Good evening, basketball fans. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. You're on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. With Raider basketball coming your way here this evening from Blue River Valley High School, we have your 6-2 and 1-0 in MEC Conference Wapahani Raiders taking on the 6-2 and MEC Conference 2-1 record Blue River Vikings. Glad to have all you with us here this evening for more Raider basketball coming out of the break here. It's been about a week and a half or so since the Raiders last had a game at home against Frankton, in which the Raiders fell in that one by a final score of 58-55. So looking to get back to their winning ways here this evening as we'll jump right into things with our Raiders Live pregame presented by Jones Auto Body. Again, as I just mentioned, Wapahani, you look at a 6-2 record so far on the year. We've had a couple of injuries, nothing major. We had Caleb Smith. He's been out here for a little while as well. As far as I know, we're going to get him back tonight. I don't know what kind of minutes he'll be playing, but it looks to be he'll be geared up and ready to go here for this evening. So that just reinforces the bench that we have, which I tell you what, we're definitely locked and loaded. As long as we can stay healthy, we have, really 1 through about 8 or 9 guys at least that you can definitely count on come in and play at a very, very high level. So it's great to have everybody back here and hopefully on the same page. And it's going to be a tough game here tonight. Blue River beat us at our place last year, so I think that some ways has to be on your mind a little bit. I mean, it's still. It's a new year. It's a brand new game and things of that sort. But you got to treat it like any other game, and you got to go out here and you got to win. You got to be successful. But nothing like beating somebody on their own floor and kind of returning that favor there a little bit. So I would say that has got to be somewhat on their minds, but more focused on the point of tonight is another night that you can come out here and get a win, no matter who you're playing against. So. We've been looking forward to this one, and then hopefully all of you have as well. Take a look here at some of these stats that we collected here this evening from Max Preps and JohnHarrell.com. The Raiders, like I said, 6-2 on the year. They average 64.5 points per game, while Blue River averages 60.3 points per game. Also, the Raiders allow 58.9, might as well say 59 points per game, and Blue River 57 points a game. Now the Raiders shoot a better field goal percentage, 44% compared to 43%. Wapahani also from beyond the arc, 39% on the year, 58 of 149. Free throw percentage also starting to get up just a little bit further here now at 70%. We're 104 for 149. Like I said, 70% from the free throw line, average 33 rebounds a game. Blue River averages 34 rebounds a game, also 66% free throw shooting and 31% from beyond the arc. Now, one stat that I really want to take a good look at here is turnovers a game. Wapahani averages right around 12.5 a game. Blue River just a hair over 16 a game. The Raiders are going to have to come out here and really put a lot of pressure on them and really force them into maybe making some tough shots, some uncanny passes as well, to where it's going to just continue to create disruption, to where they're not flowing easily on offense. So, which we'll get to the keys of the game here in just a moment, but really some key players to watch for here if you're Wapahani. Obviously, from our side of things, Drew Luce is a player definitely to watch for, averaging 17.5 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, also 2.6 assists. He's 46% good from downtown this year, and also 38 of 43, 88% from the free throw line. Garrett Stanley, another important player to watch for this evening. 13.4 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, also 5.8 assists, which leads the team. Also 35 of 54, 65% from the free throw line. And then also Braxton Davis, 10.1 points a game, 7.9 rebounds, so almost at that 8 rebound mark. Also 1.1 blocks per game. and also shooting 53% from the field. He's going to be big down low because they got a big man named Bryce Klein that averages 10 rebounds a game. So definitely going to have their hands full there with Davis and also Heffernan. Smith, depending upon how much time he gets to play. But we'll see what happens. For Blue River, though, Andrew Froage leading the team this season as he did last year. 21.3 points per game, 3.1 rebounds. He's 30% from beyond the arc, 13 of 44. Not really impressive, but he shoots 75% from the free throw line. One thing about Froage you really want to take a look at here, he can shoot but aggressively takes the ball to the basket. So the main thing is just defend, make sure you're in help side defense and try not to foul him. Jackson Thornburg, the biggest three-point threat here for Blue River, shooting 28% from beyond the arc, 19 of 67. So we'll see what happens here tonight. Brevin Hallett, a key attribute here to this Blue River offense, averaging 11.4 points per game and 9 rebounds. So that's just some key players to watch for here this evening. Make sure to stay right here with us. We have tonight's national anthem and then the starting lineups and then ultimately the tip-off between the 6-2 Wapahani Raiders and the 6-2 Blue River Vikings. All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Brandon Morvillius alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Live here on the WHS Network. We appreciate you all for joining us here this evening for another edition of Raider Basketball. As we take a look here at tonight's non-starters and starters. First, the non-starters for the Raiders. Number 2, Safani Buck. Number 3, Trey Spence. Number 4, Justin Ray. Number 20, Caleb Smith. Number 24, Blake Castor. Number 34, Caleb Henderson. Now for the starters at one guard, number 10, Evan Roush. At another guard, number 12, Drew Luce. At guard, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Starting at one forward, number 22, Braxton Davis. At the other forward, number 32, Easton Heffernan. And the Raiders are coached by Matt Luce, assisted by Chris Willis, Bennett Somerset, Jeff Andrews, and Andy Zitgraf. Now we'll take a look here at the home team here on the scoreboard, the Blue River Vikings. Non-starters include number 1, Aaron Jones, number 15, Devin Guffey, number 21, Joey Lyles, number 25, Bryce Davis, number 31, Connor Brookbank, number 35, Clayton Appleby, number 41, Carter Morgan, and number 43, Jacob Madden. Now for the starters, number 3, Cole Cross, number 5, Bryce Klein, number 13, Jackson Thornburg, number 23, Andrew Froage, and number 33, Brevin Hallett. Again, the Vikings are coached by Brian Klein, assisted by Brennan Bales and David Alexander. So again, that's tonight's starting lineups. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with tonight's tip-off live here on the WHS Network. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Wapahani coming into this evening's game 1-0 on the season in the MEC Conference. Blue River comes in at 2-1. So big conference game here for both of these teams here this evening. And here we go. The Vikings will start off with the first possession of the night. Up top here is Cross. Outside, Froage looks to take it in. Again, he likes to force contact. Back outside here to Klein, guarded heavily there by Davis. And that's going to be a traveling violation. First turnover of the night here for Blue River. So Stanley bringing that up the floor here for the first time of the night here for the Raiders. Loose outside here, Davis from beyond the arc, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up, no good. Now Loose will get the ball stripped away from him off of the rebound. So it'll be Raider basketball here with 7:09 to go. And to the corner, Roush pops the three. And that one will get the Raiders on the board for the first time of the night. Evan Roush, a 38% three-point shooter, 21 of 56 coming into tonight's game. Shot up and no good there by Thornburg. Pop back out here. Froage takes a baseline and the foul's called. So the foul there going to be called on number 15, Garrett Stanley. He'll pick up his first, team's first. And the first one will be up and good here for Froage. And the second one good as well. So a 3-2 Raiders lead. A little over a minute into tonight's ball game. Davis up top, hands it off here to Rouse. Nice help side there from Cross. Now back to Stanley. So he looks to go to work here on Froage. And to the corner back to Rouse once again. And Stanley tripped over his own 2 feet right there. First turnover of the night here for the Raiders. Cross over here to Klein. Hallett. Down low, shots up, and good. This little soft touch off the backboard. gets his first points of the night. Davis trying to hand it off to Roush, back into the corner to Stanley. Hallett now back into the corner to Klein. Got to stand your ground there if you're Heffernan. Can't afford to get yourself in any kind of foul trouble here this evening. Keep the hands up in the air, defend, and go to work here. Cross takes it in, shots up, and good. And Cole Cross here on the season, averaging 8.5 points a game. Very nice three-point shooter as well. Luce up top to Heffernan. Now back to Stanley once again. There's Luce on the back cut. Can't convert on the layup. Definitely baskets you got to have right there. Crowich backs him down. Shots up. No good. And another foul called. And so that's going to be on Garrett Stanley again, his second, team second. So again, Froage be at the line here for two. First one's up and good. We'll see Trey Spence now in the ball game. Seeing his first action tonight, and I talked about that in our pregame about how aggressive Andrew Froage is. Yes, he can shoot from beyond the arc, but where he gets a bulk of his points is really from the free throw line. He gets inside, he's very aggressive, he forces the fouls. Just got to stay with him and defend. Stanley, for the most part there, did that. Is what it is, as Luce is able to get that one to go. So the Raiders, after a 3-0 lead, had the Vikings come right back and answer at them with 8 consecutive, as that's going to be a turnover there by the Vikings. Spence trying to find Roush there, but deflected out of bounds off the Vikings. Roush back outside to Davis. Now the handoff to Luce. Thought about pulling the trigger there, Roush. Dribbles it back up top here, and we'll see what the Raiders can cook up right here, right now. So a little isolation here. Playing a little clear out. Heffernan gets it deflected away. You still got your dribble. Now back outside to Spence. I'd like to see us attack the basket here. Create some contact. Spence dribbled to the elbow. Now back to Drew Luce. Now down low. Spence. Shot will be up and fouled on the play. So again, really the biggest thing is here, yes, we can work the ball around the perimeter all we want. But the fact of the matter is, if you can't get a shot, then that means you're going to have to start taking the ball inside. So the foul there on Bryce Klein will be his first, team's first. And the first free throws of the night here for the Raiders. Trey Spence will take the first one, and the first one's up and no good off the front iron. Second free throw attempt here by Trey will be up, and it will be good. So 1 for 2 from the line, not too bad. We'll take it. Now just got to get another stop right here. Cross on the left side. Couple screens set, really nothing to look forward to there. Shots up, no good. And that's going to be That's going to be a foul here on Heffernan. Over the back foul there. That's going to be his first, team's third. No good on the shot, but again, got to get the block out here. And look to have a traveling violation called. So third turnover now for the Vikings. So you got your stop. Now it's time to get back down here on the offensive end, and let's get us a score here. Loose here on the right wing, up top to Heffernan. Swings it to Spence. Roush open three. Money! Draining it from downtown. Evan Roush strikes again for a second trifecta of the night, and that gives the Raiders a 9-8 lead. Thornburg dumps it down low. Heffernan standing his ground. Great defense right there. But we've somehow got to find a way to get that rebound. Spence for two from the elbow. Drains that one. So now 3 points now for Trey on the night. And the Raiders back up again here by one. Cross tries to get it to go. Roush will collect the rebound for his first one of the night. And the Raiders are off and running and gunning again. Spence again from the free throw line. Won't get that one to go. Frowage will get the layup for his fourth point of the night. Or pardon me, his sixth point of the night. Loose, in and out, no good. Nice shot. Cross now to Hallett, takes it inside, now into the corner. Cross thought about it. Klein to Thornburg, three-pointer up, just a bit off the mark. So Heffernan collects the first rebound of the night there for himself, and the Raiders looking to hold for the last shot of the quarter. Pretty good first quarter of basketball here. Very action-packed, high intensity. Good stuff. Be even better if we can top it off here with a basket and lead this thing after one quarter. Spence takes it in, draws the contact, and gets the bucket to go. No foul called, so Spence pretty good so far, and off the mark there. The Raiders have a 13-12 lead after one. MEC Conference Showdown here Saturday night of Raider basketball here on the WHS Network. Stay tuned here with us. We'll be back here with the start of the second quarter right after this commercial break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening for Raider basketball. 13-12 lead after one quarter for Wapahani. As we enter the second here, pretty good basketball here on both sides. Really enjoyed that first quarter. Again, overall, Indiana high school basketball at its finest. We see Caleb Smith in here now, seeing his first action tonight. Also, Safani Buck. Spence for two, and good. So Spence is kind of the hot hands here so far. And again, one thing you really want to point out is the aggressiveness. It's taking the ball inside and looking for that shot. He has a point where he wants to get to. He gets to that mark and is able to get the bucket to go. And speaking of which, Hallett was able to do the same thing right there. Brevin Hallett there with his 6-point tonight. Again, he averages on a season 11.4 points per game. So he is well on his way to far exceed that one if we can possibly do a little bit better job on defensive side of the ball here. So we're going to have a traveling violation called on the Raiders. Second turnover of the night. So here we are, the closer, if you will. The defensive man, Safani Buck. I'll tell you what, Cross got away with a push right there, big time. So the foul called here on number 3, Trey Spence, his first. Team's fourth. So Froage again at the line. What a surprise. All 6 free throws have been from him. As we'll have a substitution. Now in here will be number 41, Carter Morgan. So the Vikings here with the 1-point lead. We've just got to find some way to, I guess, better defend Froage here from to where he's not getting so far inside, creating fouls. Because if that's the case, they're going to call fouls on us all night long. It's not going to be good. Same thing happened last year. And same thing so far has been the way here this evening. As we're going to have a foul here called on number 2, Safani Buck, his first, team's 5th. So we'll see Evan Roush back in the ball game here for Drew Luce. Nice defense there from Safani. Nicely done. A timeout taken here by the Vikings. That'll be their first charge timeout of the evening, and we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Liberty Perry Alumni Association, President Richard Morris. The Liberty Perry Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyperryalumni.com to get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also to purchase engraved bricks for the alumni brick walkway out there at Wapahani High School. Make sure just to simply fill out a form, which is on the homepage of the alumni website. And also for any other information or if you have any questions, make sure to contact Richard Morris on Facebook. Also, greatly appreciate Jones Auto Body, another proud sponsor of us here, owned by J.R. Fannin. They're located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops in which they've been servicing the community for over 30 years. If you have any questions, contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So the Vikings coming out of the timeout here with a 1-point lead. Not quite 2 minutes into this second quarter. This game's kind of flying by. Oh, man, Klein got away with a travel there, dragged his foot. Froage with a deep 3, knocks that one down. Off the mark there for Roush, and here come the Vikings once again. So Cross gets the bucket to go. He'll go to the line for one more. The The foul this time going to be on Evan Roush, his first, team 6th. So it won't be before long until they foul us out of the ball game. Guess at this point we're just going to have to make sure just not to even touch anybody. We'll just let them all go drive on by us. Goodness sakes. Stanley finds Smith, takes it inside, shots up. Thank you very much. So Caleb Smith will head to the line for 2 shots. The foul on number 41, Carter Morgan. That will be his first, team 2nd. All righty. Got to knock him down right here. First one will be up and good. We'll see Heffernan and Luce back in for Wapahani. Second free throw attempt will be up, and it will be good as well. Nicely done there, Caleb. All right, so the Raiders currently 3 of 4 from the line. We're down by 4. Froage again for 3. Again, he's not a big three-point threat. I mean, definitely no question. You got to respect it. Battle for the basketball, and that's going to be out of bounds off of the Vikings. Froage on the season, 30%, 13 of 44. He's already knocked down 2 of them already here tonight. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Raiders, so this will be their first charge timeout of the night. The Vikings lead it by 7 here with 4:58 to play. And the first half will step aside here for a break. We'll be back right after this. All righty, welcome back, folks. Again, following the timeout, the Raiders with possession of the basketball and down by 7 here with 4:58 to play here in the first half. So again, the men out here on the floor here for the Raiders so far, we have Stanley, Luce, Heffernan, Smith, and Roush. Smith takes it to the dish and kisses it off the glass for 2. Strong start for him here this evening coming off the bench. 4 points now for Caleb. And the Raiders now with him 5. Froage takes it inside, shots up, no good. That was well defended there by Heffernan. That's what you just got to do. You got to stand your ground, keep your hands straight up in the air, have somebody in help side defense, and go to work from there. Because obviously Froage is going to come in there and try to do everything he can to force the foul, as that shot is blocked out of bounds. But, you know, you got to respect him from the three-point line. I mean, he's not a huge three-point threat, but he can hit them. So you got to guard it well. If he gets by you, have someone in help side defense. Take the charge. Keep your hands straight up in the air and go with it. Luce for 3. Off the mark, no good. Stanley with the rebound. Luce takes it back inside. Can't get that one to go. Now Heffernan can't get it to go. Smith will get it to go. Going up strong. You can tell he's been out there for a while because he is playing with a renewed vigor here tonight. So a delay of game warning called on Wapahani. That's why we had a brief little pause in the action. cross, now down low, back up top. Froage takes it inside. What a surprise again. Got to defend that better. Got to defend that better. So he'll be at the line for one more. The foul on Heffernan, his second. Team 7, so the Vikings now in the bonus. So Davis will come back in now for Caleb Smith. Kind of surprised he was coming out right there. As you got Heffernan playing with 2 fouls. He's got to make sure and be smart about things on the defensive end. As Spence will now come in for Easton. Stanley takes it in, back outside to Luce. All righty, so Luce will pick up the offensive foul. His first, team's A. Top here to Klein, out across, Froage in the corner. I wouldn't even touch him. Wouldn't even touch him. You just stay with him, don't even touch him. Put some pressure on him there. Got to be smart there. Looked like he was shoving off, but no call. Shots up by Thornburg and good. Stanley takes it in and fouled on the play. Love the aggressiveness right there. Well done there by Garrett. So he will head to the line for 2 shots. Foul will be on number 5, Bryce Klein, his second. Team's third. All right. This is where you got to make up ground here. They call them free throws for a reason. Got to knock them down. So we'll see Brevin Hallett back in. Second one will be up and no good, but a lane violation. All right. So Stanley will get his first point of the night. We'll see Smith back in for Stanley. Again, an 8-point lead here for Blue River. Again, we've got to defend. Defend with a purpose here. Make sure nobody gets inside. Nice defense there from Spence. Very nice defense. Kept his hands straight up in the air, showed him his hands, and went at it. Smith, no call on the play. A little bit of contact there. Also got away with the traveling violation here as well. So Evan Roush will get called with his second. Team's 9th. So Froage at the line for the 1-and-1. And the first one up, no good. Luce collects the rebound. All right, so essentially you got a defensive stop. Now got to put some points on the board, and it's well executed there by Trey Spence. Continuing a hot night here for him. 9 points on the evening, and the Raiders now within 6. Thornburg here on the left side takes it in, dumps it down low here to Madden, and he'll lose that one out of bounds. Put some seconds back up on the clock here. I don't think they quite start the clock. As soon as the ball touches the hands here, the main clock operator here at the high school. Cross takes it right down the lane for 2. 6 points now for him on the night. Into the corner, Roush for 3. That should have been an and-one. Looked like he hit his hand, but hey, we'll take the 3 nonetheless. Maybe a little net in the eye as well, just for good measure. And Roush now with a strong 9 points here in the first half. So the foul here on number 22, Braxton Davis, his first. Team's 10th, so now the double bonus here for the Vikings. And the first free throw will be up and good. We'll see Heffernan and Buck back in the Raider lineup. Second one will be up and good as well. As we'll see number 41, Carter Morgan, returning to action for the Vikings. Luce takes it inside. Shots up and blocked. Another fine defensive possession there by Spence. Obviously, Frowage trying to create the contact. Spence didn't bite on the bait. Stood his ground, kept his hands up in the air, and was well defended. The foul called. It's going to be on number 13, Jackson Thornburg. That will be his first, team's 4th. So it's not a shooting foul. Outside to Heffernan, now to Smith. Shots up. No good, and that will be the end of the second quarter and ultimately the end of the first half. So a halftime score here. The Vikings lead the Raiders 34-27 at the half. We'll step aside here for a break, and we will be back here with a halftime report here on the WHS Network.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com with the Stoops Automotive Group game break at the half. The Raiders down by 7 here at the half to the Vikings. Overall, defensively, I think we've done pretty good. I mean, there's just been, I mean, without getting into full-on detail, and I'm not here to say, you know, anything bad about anybody or any, you know, that's not what I'm here to do. But, you know, some calls, you know, maybe here or there, that's just part of the game. That's just part of the game. You got to adjust to it. Frustrating, I'm sure, for them. You know, whether you think they're right or they're wrong, that's, like I said, it's all a judgment call. And so, really, I mean, I know I'm not going to necessarily say anything about referees or nothing of those sorts. That is what it is. You know, they make the call. You know, they're kind of more or less the judge of the game. You know, that really was what it comes down to here. So, you know, they're not perfect. They're not going to make every right call. You know, there's definitely been some things that's been missed, but that's just part of it. And like I said, they're human, so as frustrating as it is, I know for the players and for the fans and for the coaches and everything else, you just got to find a way to adjust to it and get stops. But, you know, you're in a good position right here still. You know, you're only still down by 7 points. You know, things haven't necessarily quite went our way. We've had some guys in a little bit of foul trouble here as well. We haven't been able to find that offensive fluency to where we're, you know, being able to really click on all cylinders here. I mean, you know, which we'll get to the point totals here at the half in just a second, but you know, there's just not a lot of offensive flow here for us so far. You know, but that's why there's two halves. You find that offensive flow, you get some defensive stops here. We've done, I think, really a pretty solid job on the defensive end, though. We've continued to work our tails off and get after it. It's just, you know, sometimes, you know, we've made a defensive, you know, good defensive play, but maybe they've been bailed out on maybe a call that's been made or whatever the case might be. But we've just got to continue to bring the intensity on the defensive end. And then on offense, just continue reading what the defense is giving us. You know, and you know, that's a large part of what goes on. Reading a defense, being able to find ways to, you know, to get the ball into the basket, whether that be taking an outside shot or being aggressive, taking it in, whatever the case might be. I'd like to, you know, to see us continue to still be aggressive. I think we've done a nice job of that, continue to take the ball to the basket. And really, we've done a good job of you know, not shying away from contact. Now, whether it's called or not is completely different. That is what it is. You can only focus on what you can do, and that's making sure that you're taking the ball to the basket aggressively, going up strong with the ball, and then after that, you know, hopefully the shot goes in, and from there, you know, whatever happens. But we just got to keep doing what we're doing here. I think overall we're playing a good game. Just got to stay in it mentally. stay mentally tough and, hopefully be able to, as the game goes along here, keep ourselves fresh and understanding of the situation and go to work. But free throw line, I think we've done a pretty solid job from there. We are 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So a pretty good job there. And we've just got to continue that here. Pastor Jim coming over here to shake our hand from the side of us here. There's really not a whole lot of room up here. But rebounding, I think we've done a pretty good job for the most part. I think they've had a couple of opportunities, especially on the offensive end, where we've probably allowed them to get some second chance points. But still, overall, we've done a pretty good job, and especially on our own end of the floor on offense, we've had some key offensive rebounds, and one of those was down low there where Caleb Smith was able to finish off about a 2 or 3 offensive rebound set there. And we've just got to continue to do that. Give ourselves opportunities. We've got to create turnovers. We only created 3 of them. Both teams had 3 turnovers in the first half. So we'd like to create more on the defensive end, continue to get deflections, cause any kind of disruption possible, and then hopefully capitalize on the offensive end. But pretty good first half overall. Nothing bad to say here. Of course, I probably wouldn't really necessarily say anything bad to begin with, but good basketball. Good basketball, hard-nosed basketball, physical. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Hopefully the Raiders can come back from this, and like I said, just stay in it mentally. That's really probably going to be one of the biggest things for us, is being able to stay in it mentally, stay focused, and stay prepared and ready to go and go out there and execute. So, again, a 34-27 first half lead here for the Blue River Vikings. We'll step aside. We'll be back here momentarily, live here with the start of the second half. All right, folks, welcome back here. Again, Brandon Moravilius alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, as we start the second half, the Vikings lead it here 34-27. 7-point lead here, and Vikings start out here with the first possession here in the second half. Nice job defensively, being able to tie him up right there. Force the possession change. Great job right there. Heffernan continuing to work hard down low. Along with him and I think Stanley and maybe, I'm not sure who else was in on that. Forcing that jump ball, but nicely done. Luce pulls the trigger, and man, we would love to see more of that here in the second half. Get him going early and often there. He only had 2 points in the first half. Trey Spence and Evan Rouse led the way with 9 points each. Caleb Smith, great job there in the second half. Put 6 points up on the board as that one's going to hit the old cord up there on the basketball goal. So out of bounds as this is going to now be Raiders basketball. But you also had really some key things. Garrett Stanley, he only had 1 point in the first half, as there's no foul called there. Looked like a little shove from behind. And Cross, using the old right hand, gets that one to go. But as I was saying, Stanley, he only had 1 point, but still, even playing with 2 fouls, still continue to be aggressive, played great defense, taking the ball to the hole, and trying to make things happen for him and his teammates. Outside here to Thornburg. Now back to Cross here on the right wing. Got to keep going to work. Heffernan doing a great job. Man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was great defense there from Heffernan. Great defense. So Heffernan will pick up his third. Team's first of the half. And the first one will be up and good. And the second one no good. And they somehow got the rebound back. And now Luce will collect his fourth rebound of the night. And I forgot to start the clock there for just a brief moment in time. All right, so the foul called there on Jackson Thornburg, his second. Team's first of the half. Heffernan hands it off here to Stanley. You got the big man on you. It's time to shake and bake right here. Time to go to work there. Post feed down low. Davis gets on the board for the first time of the night. Great execution right there. Stanley finding the man down low. Davis on the finish. Thornburg now. And that's going to be a turnover right into the hands of Luce. Down low. Davis gets hit hard and the bucket. Yes. So Davis will head to the line for one more as the foul will be called on number 33. Brevin Hallett, that will be his first. Team's second. Actually, pardon me, that will be not on Brevin Hallett. It's going to be on Cole Cross, his first. Team's second. So 3-point play there for Braxton. Nice defense from Stanley up top here to Klein. Now Cross here on the left side. Takes it in, now finds Thornburg. Man, oh man. You really can't do a whole lot much more there if you're Heffernan. You really can't. I mean, you know, you're keeping your hands straight up in the air, and I'm not saying it's that way every time, but in that certain situation right there, hands are straight up. That's just unfortunate. So Heffernan picks up his fourth. Team second of the half. And off the mark there with a free throw. And now a foul called here on Caleb Smith, his first. Team's third. Got to be mentally staying in it here. Nice job there by Luce, and really that was a good no call. Both guys going up after the ball right there. There's no kind of intent. It was both straight up. Good no call. Throwage for three. That's going to be off. And Luce will collect rebound number 5 of the night for himself. Nice back cut. Spence will be fouled on the play. So the foul on number 33, Brevin Hallett, his first. Team's third. So that will send Trey Spence to the line for 2. And the first one will be up and good. So Trey now with 10 points here on the night. Looking for number 11 right here, and it will be up, and it will be good. Nicely done. So 2-point lead now for the Vikings. And again, it's all started here on the defensive end. Bringing the intensity, continuing to contest shots. Another one just like that, loose with another rebound. Outside, Spence takes advantage, shots up, no good, loose ball. And Frowage will come away with it, just got to stay straight up. Nice defense. Garrett Stanley standing his ground. Outside to Spence, takes it back in, dribbles out, finds Stanley once again. Nice little shot fake, shots up, no good. Smith corrals the rebound. So possession's going to stay with the Raiders. You got Evan Roush back into the Raider lineup here for Drew Lewis. And now a timeout will be taken by the Vikings, their second charged timeout of the night. So the Raiders have got it down within 2. Make sure to stay in right here with us, locked in live on the WHS Network. We'll be back after the timeout. All right, basketball fans, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Again, a 39-37 lead here for the Blue River Vikings. Raider basketball out of the timeout. Again, Blue River with 3 timeouts left, Wapahani with 4. Up top here to Smith, handing it off here now to Garrett Stanley. Roush on the curl, three-pointer up, off the mark, and the foul called. A late call, but a call nonetheless, and we'll take it. And the foul's going to be on number 13, Jackson Thornburg. His third, team's fourth. So Roush will head to the line for 3 of them. And the first one will be up and off the front iron, no good. Got to use a little bit more on the old legs. Second one's up and good. And the third and final free throw will be up, and it will be good. So a tie ball game. Roush with now 11 points on the night, 11 big points. So we're all squared away now. Back to even. And a little alley-oop there to Brevin Hallett for 2. Puts the Vikings up by 2 points again here with nearly 2.5 to play. I guess I'm a little ahead of the game clock here somehow. Smith creates some space. Thornburg here in the corner. And a traveling violation called on the Vikings. 6 turnovers now on the night. So we will see Luce and Buck back in here for the Raiders, and for the Vikings, Carter Morgan. Smith there at the elbow, hands it off here to Luce. And the Raiders will lose it out of bounds. So first turnover here in the second half, 4th for the game. Klein going to drag it out near half court. Froage takes it in. Shots up, no good. Davis with the rebound. It's only his second one of the night. Luce takes it in and forces a contact there. Foul called, and it's going to be on number 23. Yeah, 23, Andrew Froage. His first, team's 5th. And we'll see Roush back into the Raider lineup coming in here for Caleb Smith. Inbounded to Spence. And a foul called this time on number 3, Cole Cross, his second. Team 6th. Inbounded out here to Safani Buck. Now to Spence. As the Raiders look to go to work down by 2 with just a little over a minute to play here in the third quarter. Spence takes it in, dumps it down low to Braxton Davis. Great pass, great finish. 7 points now for Braxton. And Cross just blows right by everybody. Got that quick first step and executed that to a T. So the Raiders going to hold for the last shot of the third. Or at least they're going to attempt to. Spence with a little step back, takes it in. Shots no good, but there's Davis with a rebound and put back. And off the mark, and this game is tied at 43 as we head to the 4th. We'll step aside here for a break on the WHS Network. We'll be back with more Raider basketball after the break. Alrighty, welcome back again here, folks. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Hope all of you have enjoyed tonight's game here so far. Tell you what, it's been a doozy, 43 all as we head to the 4th. We knew it was going to be a great game, and this has definitely lived up to the expectation of that, that's for sure. Cross down low there to Hallett. That's a travel. Absolutely. Absolutely. So 7 turnovers now for the Vikings on the night. Stanley up top finds Luce here on the left side. Up top now to Davis. Davis with a handoff to Garrett. Oh, boy, a dangerous pass there and ends up in a turnover. 5th turnover now of the night here for Wapahani. Again, coming in, the Raiders average just right around 12.5 turnovers a game. Blue River averages a little over 16 a game, as the foul here on number 12, Drew Luce, his second, team's 4th. I was going to say it was only a matter of time before they start, making those calls. And it's going to be another foul here on Luce. Be his 3rd, team's 5th. So now that will send Klein to the line for 2. And the first one will be up and no good. Heffernan back in here for Davis. Second free throw attempt will be up and good. So Klein there with his first points of the night, or first point of the night. Spence takes it in. Back up top here. Stanley will now take it inside. No good. Rebounded there by Klein, and here come the Vikings the other way. So Vikings back at it here, up by 3. And a timeout will be taken by the Raiders. Their second charged timeout of the night. And we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, located at 400 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. At the law offices of B. Joseph Davis, which is a highly recommended and respected professional corporation, they strive to aggressively represent all of their clients' interests in all phases of any legal matter. Their team has extensive experience in personal injury, criminal defense, which includes drunk driving, criminal record, as well as bankruptcy, expungements, and hardship licenses. For more information, visit his website at www.bjosephdavis.com. Also, to University Avenue Dental, Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with a valuable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and at cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So a special thanks again to University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Also to Tom Cherry Mufflers, located at 321 West 8th Street in Muncie, Indiana. Since 1946, Tom Cherry Mufflers has taken care of your exhaust, brakes, shocks, struts, and mufflers. So if you want the underneath of your vehicle to be looked at, stop on in there at Tom Cherry Mufflers. No appointment needed. They'll hear you coming. So back out of the timeout here. Again, the Vikings with a 46-43 lead over the Raiders. Things haven't started out too good here in the 4th for Wapahani. Up top to Roush. Man. Roush buries another 3. His 4th of the night. Gives him now 14 points on the evening. Cross takes it in and back into the corner to Thornburg. He'll take the shot near the elbow, up and no good. Heffernan with the rebound. 4th rebound of the night here for Heffernan. And the Raiders have potentially the opportunity to take the lead here. Spence now over to Stanley. Shots up, no good. So Luce just having a little bit of a rough way to go of it here this evening. Deflected there by Heffernan. Crowage takes it inside, shots up, and no good. So the defense has continued to hammer down on things there, as we will turn it over to them. All right, fellas. So this is the unfortunate part. You get the defensive stop. Now you got to convert on the offensive end. Cross for 2. Rolls off the rim, no good. That's going to be an over-the-back foul. You better believe it. So the foul is going to be on number 33, Brevin Hallett. His second. Team 7th. So now the Raiders are in the bonus. So that will send to the line Drew Luce for the 1-and-1. And the first one rims out, no good. That's a surprise within itself. An 88% free throw shooter. I think has missed 4 or 5 on the year. He's missed 5. 38 of 43 coming into the game. So that is a very rare occasion there for Drew. Frowage for 3, no good. Roush with the rebound. And Spence gets a bucket to go, and the Raiders with the lead. Klein here on the right wing. Cross. Back here to Klein. Cross court. Thornburg for the 3. Off the mark. A loose ball. Back up top. Cross looks to take it in. Now Klein for 3. Well off the mark and a push in the back. Thank you very much. That will be on Hallett. His 3rd. Team's 8th. And the Raiders will head back to the free throw line. So now we will see Heffernan to the line, shooting the 1-and-1. This is where you got to separate yourselves from them. Got to hit your free throws. First one's up and good. Second free throw attempt here by Heffernan. Will be up, and it will be good. Nicely done, Easton. Nicely done. So the Raiders now with a 4-point lead, under 4 minutes to play. Oh, goodness. Heffernan reached in just a little too far, so that will be his 5th. Team 6th. So back in we'll see Braxton Davis. Solid job there by Easton. Another great game here for that young man. Ended up finishing up there with 2 points on the night. Had 5 rebounds. Did a solid job defensively. Solid job. Frowitz gets it taken away. Here's Roush. Now to Stanley for 2. Yes! Yes! Heck yes! Roush threading the needle. Finds a way to get it there to Garrett Stanley. And Stanley miraculously is able to get that one up and good for 2. So again, he's at the line for 1 more. Still waiting to see who the foul was called on. Looked like it was on Cole Cross, his 3rd. And the free throw's up and good. Great job. So 4 points now on the night here for Garrett. Raiders here with a 7-point lead. No good there. Tipped out. Got to grab the rebound. Klein now for 3. Nice job there by Spence just letting it go. Make sure to hold everyone else back and letting it go. Got to continue to get after it here. You still got plenty of time. Over 3 minutes to play. That is plenty of time. You've got to continue to get after it here. Continue to put in the hard work. Davis up top, the key. Hand off here to Stanley. Oh, yeah, big man on a small man. Let's see what this athletic ability can showcase here for Garrett. And to the corner, Roush for 3 off the mark. Spence with the rebound. Let's hold it up here a little bit. No reason to be in any kind of hurry. Down low to Davis. Shots up and good. And a timeout taken by the Vikings. And the Raiders lead it by 9. We'll be back right after the timeout. Welcome back again following the timeout. Blue River now with 2 timeouts left. Wapahani with 3. And a 9-point lead here with 2.5 to play. Handoff here to Cross. He'll take it inside. Shots up. No good, but fouled on the play. So the foul will be on number 10, Evan Roush. That will be his 3rd. Team's 7th, so now the Vikings in the bonus. Cross will be at the line shooting 2. And the first one's up and no good. Second free throw attempt up and no good as well. Loose with a rebound. 7 rebounds on the night here for Drew. Hasn't necessarily been there offensively. He's had some good shots, just things haven't went in, but the defense and the rebounding has been right on the money. Davis for 3! There's the dagger from downtown. Is Braxton Davis, 14 points on the night. And a turnover. 8 of them now on the night here for Blue River. And then we'll turn it right back over to him. Klein lost the handle on it, but still got it to go through. And a timeout will be called here by Wapahani. You have actually 1:17 to play. And we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. I'd like to thank again some more of our sponsors this evening. FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis. Let Ted and Joanne be the key to all of your real estate needs. Buying, selling, or investment properties, we get the job done. Call Ted Cook at 765-744-8143 and Joanne Davis at 765-748-1316. Again, that is FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. Also, we'd like to thank the Barn Lot, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network, located at 2410 East County Road 300 South, just off of State Road 67 in Muncie, Indiana. Scott Quirk is the man to supply all of your outside needs. Barns, sheds, garages, carports, gazebos, play sets for the kids, and more. For more information, call Scott Quirk at 765-744-7396 and visit his online website at www.thebarnlotsheds.com. foul here. It's going to be on number 3, Cole Cross, his 4th. Team's 10th. So now the Raiders are in the double bonus. So that will send Garrett Stanley to the line, shooting 2. 49 seconds to play in regulation. And the first one will be up and good. Second free throw attempt will be up and good as well. At every part of the rim, but hey, as long as it goes in, it's all that matters. We'll see number 15, Devin Guffey, now in the ball game here for Blue River. Inbounded there, well defended there by Davis. And they're saying it was a kick ball. So the Vikings will turn the ball over. Turnover number 9 now on the night. Inbounded there to Stanley, and he'll be fouled on the play. So the foul there on number 5, Bryce Klein, his 3rd. First free throw attempt here for Garrett will be up and good. 7 points down the night here for Stanley. Second free throw attempt will be up and good as well. Nicely done, Garrett. Cross into the corner to Thornburg. He'll get that block there by Luce. And another foul here on the play on number 13, Jackson Thornburg, now his 4th. So Stanley will head to the line for 2 more shots. And the first one will be up and off the back iron, no good. Second one for Garrett will be up. Off the front iron, no good as well. Cross with a Steph Curry 3. Off the mark there. Thornburg with the rebound. Now outside to Hallett for 3. Off the mark, Roush collects the rebound, and the Raiders are going to go on to get the victory here tonight. What a great victory this was, folks. Final score, the Wapahani Raiders defeat the Blue River Vikings 62-48. The Raiders now improved to 7-2 and 2-0 on the year in the conference, while Blue River now falls to 6-3 and 2-2 in the conference on the season. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a break. We'll be back here with the post-game report. Raiders Live right after this break.
the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Raiders Live post-game report. Again, the Raiders here on the smiling side of the scoreboard here tonight with a 62-48 final score victory over the Blue River Vikings. Overall, individual scoring line here for the Raiders, it was led here this evening by Evan Roush and Braxton Davis, both with 14 points each, and also both with 3 rebounds each. Trey Spence with 13 points, 2 rebounds. Garrett Stanley, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Caleb Smith, big time off the bench, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Drew Luce, 5 points and 7 rebounds. And then to wrap it all up, we have Easton Heffernan with 2 points and 5 rebounds. Again, for a grand total of a 62-point night here for your Wapahani Raiders. Really did a fantastic job of taking great care of the basketball here tonight. Only 7 turnovers. And also at the charity stripe took care of business as well, especially down the stretch there in the second half. 16 of 22, 73%. So great night overall. Our defense was amazing. Fantastic job. Inside, outside, everything in between was fantastic on the defensive end here for Wapahani. And the second half, we even, I think, intensified the defense even more. Was really starting to frustrate them offensively. Not only that, but they weren't getting quite the calls that they were in the first half. And then we took it to them offensively also in the second half. And we were aggressive in the first half as well. And it just, things weren't working out quite as well. But we still had a very good first half and finished with an even better second half and was able to get a big victory here tonight. A conference win, which is huge, and just a good night of basketball here for Wapahani. So now the Raiders will be back at it next Friday night at home. Great to be back at home again there if you're Wapahani, which we will be facing Eastern Hancock next Friday night at home, and then next Saturday we're back at home again to take on Muncie Burris. So Friday and Saturday night next weekend, Eastern Hancock and Muncie Burris on Friday and Saturday evening. Make sure to stay tuned in with us for that. Our next overall broadcast will be next Thursday with Lady Raider basketball as we welcome the Newcastle Lady Trojans to Raider Gymnasium. So we'll have that live right here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, Muncie Dragway, FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, Tom Cherry Mufflers, the Barn Lot, Liberty Perry Alumni Association. Then again, a huge thanks to our good friends at Harris Chapel Church, along with Pastor Jim Ballinger and his wife Janie. I greatly appreciate all of them, and we appreciate all of you for joining us here this evening. Again, as your Wapahani Raiders defeat the Blue River Vikings 62-48. Again, Wapahani now 7-2 on the year, 2-0 in MEC Conference. Again, we'll see you next week right back here on the WHS Network. I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying have a good night, and we'll see you next time on the WHS Network.